Good evening and welcome to our online open house. We're so excited you're here joining us this evening. And while you're online, please take your essay, and of course your transcripts. We also would like to have your standardized test scores as well if you're applying into a major that requires them.
There's audio problems. I can't hear you at all. Has anybody said anything in chat? I'm going to go to commercial real quick, Frank. Just 1 second. Sorry. It says you're broadcasting.
That was good material, Tom. Come on.
There we go. Now it's working. I'm sorry. Keep going.
So are you on?
Yeah, sorry for the audio problems. We're back. We're working now. Sorry. You're working now. I can hear you, Frank. Sorry.
Okay. Sorry for the glitch we had in our audio problems there. If you have any questions, please go online. But I will repeat some of the things I said because we want to make sure that you have all information you need to make your decision as to which college you are prepared to attend next year if you're a senior. So again, we have chat rooms available for you. And in those chat rooms, we'll have, if you have questions about your first year experience, transfer experience, athletics, campus tour, and financial aid. And we also have a student panel. So if you have questions regarding any of those things, definitely start asking your questions now. And we have students as well as our admissions counselors waiting to answer those questions for you. Regarding your academic program, we have all of those programs in the chat room as well. So if you have questions about your PT, PA, psychology, social work, education, we want to make sure you have all the information you need to make your decision. So this is the time to get those questions answered. If you have a parent or a guardian that's also in the room or that like to sign on, we welcome them to sign on and ask questions as well. They can sign on to the same computer or a different computer and ask those questions to make sure they're secure with your decision to select Daemen, or at least to put Daemen at the top of your list. When you're coming and looking at colleges, you've taken tours, and you really want to ask yourself the question of why Daemen or why X school? Do I want to go to a large school? Do I want to go to a small school? Do I want to go to a public or private? So many decisions, I do understand. However, Daemen is a small private. The benefit of coming to Daemen College being a small private is you do have individual attention given to you. Not just from your faculty and staff, but even from the programming on campus. Also from a counseling perspective. The counseling center is also available for students that have concerns of wanting to just go and talk to someone. So you definitely have access to many of the students and staff and faculty around you. When you're also asking why Daemen, I would also add to that list of why Daemen the plethora of programs that we do have. When we think of our academic programs, I like to speak of our most popular programs. And most popular, I would say, is our education with regards to size, our PT, PA program, nursing, athletic training. And as you see, we're a strong health-related field school, but we have over 60-plus programs that you can choose from, and that's majors as well as minors. So it's not just the health programs. We also have programs like some of our new programs I like to mention in data science. Data science is up and coming. If you haven't heard of it, I definitely would ask you to go online. You can ask questions tonight, or you can go right to the website and kind of get an understanding of what data science is. With a data science major, you can also dual major with a business program. You can dual major even with one of our health programs. The benefit of having the data science is that you'll have a skill set that everyone will need and will be willing to use for you. So it's almost being able to analyze the different data, understand it. So if you have an understanding of data, that can be helped in a business field. Let's just say you're a business major and you're going to work for Amazon, one of the largest companies in the country right now. They have a lot of data to determine which products to buy, where to place those products, how to maneuver those products on the website, where to ship those products. So that data is going to be very important for someone to understand and give to senior management to make those decisions. So data science is one of our newer programs that I would say that's a program to be on the lookout for. Animation. Animation, while it's not new here at Daemen College, it is a program that we have really invested a lot of time and energy, and I would even say dollars as well, to making sure we have the right technology for our animation program. So if you're an art major or graphic design, we have both of those programs, illustration, sculpture, but the animation program is also another program that will help you to enhance your art skills and your art ability. So the other program I would like to mention, or other two programs I'd like to mention in regards to being on the lookout for at Daemen College, is our pre-vet program and our pre-med. Well, everyone has pre-vet, everyone has pre-med. That could be true, but what makes us different is that with our pre-vet program, Daemen offers guaranteed seats into the program with our partner. We have a partnership with a school called LMU, which is Lincoln Memorial University. Lincoln Memorial University has a wonderful campus, a beautiful campus, and all the facilities you would need and desire as a veterinarian going through veterinarian school. So we have that program. We'll guarantee you a seat, a 3-4, do 3 years here, 4 years there. And the biggest benefit to that program, again, is that when you finished here in your 3rd year, you go to LMU in your 4th. At the end of your 4th year, you'll have a Daemen College degree. So it's a great opportunity to earn your Daemen College degree, kind of start off right here in Western New York, and then go down to LMU for your veterinarian license. And the other program that's right along with that is our pre-med program. Again, the hardest part about med school, from what I've been told, is that finding a medical school that will accept you, where to do the medical program, having the stress of that. We eliminate that stress by having guaranteed seats into LMU as well as Nova Southeastern. So we have 2 programs with guaranteed seats into medical school. I would think that's very rare to find, but Daemen has done a lot of the hard work for you and made it a little bit easier for you to transition into medical school. So again, those are some programs to look out for. Not sure if you're interested in those programs, but we have, again, many, many programs to choose from. While we have you here, I also want to make sure I speak to you about the internships and clinicals. I tell students every day what makes the biggest difference is your internship or your clinical experience. You can have 5 students lined up applying for the same job from different institutions. We all have a 3.8, 3.9. So what's going to make the difference in getting that job? Sometimes it's that internship. That internship is going to give you an ability to have someone speak to your work ethic, being there on time, showing up, how you've changed the team. Maybe you're the person that has the social media talent that they're looking for, and you've changed the way they marketed their products and where they market their products. That internship can give you that edge. And the same thing with our clinical experiences. If you come into one of the medical programs, it's embedded into the program. You have to do that. There's no way to leave without it. And that may be true for many of the programs you're looking at, but again, we have resources committed to making sure you have the best clinical experiences we can provide, which leads to stronger passage rates, stronger employment rates, and our students being very, very successful after they leave our campus. So again, another benefit of coming to a small private institution. As you're looking at Daemen, I also want to make sure that you know that during your stay here and your evenings and weekends, it's not all hard work. There's some fun and games, just a little bit. And what we do there is that we have a program, it's actually a newly developed program, the Campus Activities Club, that has at least 10 to 15 students that work with the administration figuring out what do our students want to do? How do they want to engage the other students with programs? And some of those are social programs, fun programs, on campus, off campus, and it has definitely had a different look on our campus in regards to student activities. So we have things like that planned for you so that when you need to let your hair down and relax, you have different programs for you. Outside of that, we also have TGIF. TGIF, we always wait till Friday. It's almost here. Tomorrow, TGIF. So there's programs given by student groups and clubs all over campus that, again, allows you to say, you know what, I had a rough week or a long week. a paper, a midterm, been studying. I just needed time to relax for a bit. So TGIF is there for all of our students, and that's if you're a resident or a commuter. So we have many things for you to do to make sure you're engaged and you can see Daemen as your home away from home. When you're looking at Daemen College, I also want you to just think about how you want to spend your time outside of the classroom. Many times we pick our institutions based on the academic profile, based on the outcomes from the jobs or outcomes from income. But the other aspect of that is making sure you see yourself here for the next 4, 5, or 6 years as you're looking for your college experience. So how do you better make that decision easier for you? Come on campus and visit. You have to visit. When you come to visit, we have all type of things we can have you do. You can sit into our classes. You can take a tour. You can do an overnight. The overnight experience definitely gives you an opportunity to see yourself as a Daemen student. No one else knows that you're a high school student doing an overnight. You get to go with the student to the dining hall, go to the classrooms, and we always tell you to bring some homework because you have some things to do. So that student may have to study, so you can go in the library and study as well. So we have opportunities to give you a well-rounded vision of Daemen College and how you see Daemen College fitting into your future. Daemen is a place that when I came here almost 14 years ago, I wouldn't have thought I'd stayed this long. And so just like many of you, I was kicking the tires and seeing if this is a place for me in a professional realm. However, I've been here almost 14 years now. I've done that because of all the many opportunities it gives me as a professional as well. So being able to have access to students and having those conversations and sitting in a dining hall and seeing the research that's done with students has been a wonderful experience that has really allowed me to expand my professional experience as well. So as a student, you have even more opportunities to do that. Chat with our current students, chat with our staff, make sure you ask your questions, visit the chat rooms, because we have some other chats coming up after this. After we sign off here, we're going to have a chat from our athletics students as well as one of our our staff members. So you have an opportunity to hear all about our athletics, which we are NCAA D2, and I will also give a shout out to our women's volleyball team who are now the NCAA East Coast Conference champions. So we'll see you soon, and listen up for our athletics program.
Hi everyone, welcome to our student panel. My name is Jules. I'm a third-year special education major here at Daemen, and on campus I'm involved as a resident assistant. I'm in the honors program. I'm part of Greek life. I'm a trustee scholar, and I also work on campus as well.
Hi, my name is Isha. I'm a second year in the PA program here. On campus, I'm involved in the honors program. I'm also an RA. I'm a coach for biology, and I work on campus as well.
Hey guys, I'm Django. I'm a fourth year PT student, so I'm in my professional phase. I'm also a transfer student at Daemen. Let's see, I'm involved in SPTA, so the Student Physical Therapy Association. I'm part of the Enrollment Management Committee. Yeah. And then I think that's it.
So tonight we're just going to talk to you a little bit about why we chose Daemen and some of the things that we like to do on campus. So first, I'm from California. I found Daemen on a list online randomly, and as I researched the program, I found that there were a lot of great opportunities in the education department to get out into my field early on. So my second semester, I was observing in classrooms. My second year, I was teaching lessons in classrooms, and I actually got a job through that. So now I'm working at a center-based program for students with special needs, and I got that job through my observation placement. And just seeing all those opportunities that Daemen gave me really pulled me in, and as soon as I came on campus, it just felt right, and it felt at home.
So I chose Daemen because of the PA program mainly. In the Northeast, there are quite a few PA programs, and I came to Daemen, I interviewed here, and the atmosphere was very friendly, very cozy and familiar. It seemed like a very tight-knit community. So as soon as I came here, it was just very comfortable, and I found that throughout my experience in academics as well.
So I found Daemen because, like I said, I was a transfer student, and I just wanted to find a school in Buffalo that was small and did physical therapy. And when I came to Daemen for my tour, I absolutely fell in love with the campus, and then the rest is history. So I ended up here.
And then as far as what goes on campus, there's tons happening all the time. One of my favorite things that happens on campus is every semester the Residence Life staff hosts a bingo event. And like 200 people on campus come. They play like 6 rounds of bingo, and there are tons of prizes. Our grand prize is usually a TV, and people absolutely love to come. It's a really fun night, and they're all themed, and we have the really great prizes, and everyone just comes and eats food and plays games, and it's a really good time hosted by the RA staff. So Isha and I were a part of it, and this year it was casino themed, so we got to decorate Wick Social and have all that fun stuff.
So about once a week on Fridays in the evening after classes are done, we have a thing called TGIF, and that's when a club or a different program or society on campus hosts, and they end up talking about their event. They give you free food, and you just kind of get to mingle, and it's a nice time to wind down after a hard week.
And my favorite thing on campus is the theme dinners. So at least once a month, normally a few times a month though, there is a theme dinner on campus at the Wick Dining Hall, and normally they have like really awesome food and drinks, and it's also free to all the Daemen students, so I always make sure to end up there.
Yeah. Wick Dining Hall does a really great job of having a lot of variety in their food, so there's always tons of options. When you go into the dining hall, you can have pizza, you can have burgers or chicken at the grill, you can have like pasta at the action station, we have stir fry, there's a sandwich bar, there's always a hot food line which has tons of different food every day, and so Daemen does a really good job, you know, catering to other people's needs. So like Django's a vegan.
Yeah.
So if you want to.
So yeah, I always have a lot of options at Daemen, which I find really nice. So my go-to is normally like a salad and a wrap with hummus on it. But I could also, anytime I wanted, go get myself a veggie burger, which are really nice from the grill. They have in their hot lines, there's always vegetables, and there's always like starches, so like your potatoes, stuff like that. And then they always do a really good job of labeling everything. So everything that's vegan has a big V on it, which I'm sure everyone's familiar with at the grocery store seeing. So yeah, there's options for anyone. They also do a really good job of catering if you have like a specific allergy, or if there's stuff at the dining hall that you can't eat, or that's stuff that you can eat but they don't always have. They'll do a good job of getting in contact with you. or you get in contact with them rather, and then they personalize like a meal for you, and then they have it for whenever you come in and eat. So it's really awesome way to like set up a more personalized feel. So it's like the closest thing you can kind of get to home cooking. Like, it's not exactly the same, of course, because nothing beats mom's food, but yeah, they do a good job.
So there's also the option of the Den, which is sort of like a make-your-own station. They'll have rotations of different themes. I think the one they're doing now is an Italian theme, but before that they had this Chinese or no, Mediterranean treat, and then they had a Chinese one, and it'll be just nice to like make your own bowl of like rice or noodles or like a flatbread or something else. So you have a lot of options when you come.
Yeah, we also have 78 West, which is our coffee shop on campus. It's located right by the Rick, which is our library. So if you're in there until 1 a.m., you can go and grab some coffee to reboot and get back to studying.
Anything else for us?
Are we good?
I think I'm good.
Thank you guys so much for tuning into our chat. We hope to see you on campus next fall.
Daemen's changed my life in a lot of ways. I came into Daemen College with no direction at all. Now, 4 years later, leaving Daemen, I'm very optimistic for my future. Daemen has a lot to offer, and it'll open up a lot of opportunities, more than you ever think.
The doors that have been opened to me at Daemen have truly been unbelievable and have paid off in so many ways. Because of Daemen, I am truly changed, and because of the opportunities I was given, I am a different person. I'm confident, and I'm ready to take on the real world. And I don't think that I would have found this in any other university.
Daemen was the one that seemed the best because it allowed me to combine athletics and academics in the perfect manner for me.
Quality of professors has been sky high, and there's truly people here that enjoy their job, enjoy teaching college students, enjoy teaching future physician assistants and future doctors.
I think that the faculty are great because they take their time with students and they don't just have 1 hour of office hours for 500 students. They make time to go over everything with you, and if you're struggling, they can help you, and I think they motivate you to do the best you can.
One of my favorite things about Daemen is having a small class size. As I get into upper division classes, they tend to get more difficult. It's easier for me to be able to speak to my professors personally and build that close relationship with them so I can get the attention that I need and I can get the help that I need if I'm struggling with any particular topic in the classes.
I would say accounting at Daemen is really special, so you have a lot of one-on-one time with your professors. It's my passion. I love solving puzzles. I love having one side match the other side and having a job that would relate to my daily life.
I don't think I could picture myself getting taught by other professors. I'm absolutely grateful that I was given the staff and the faculty that I have in here.
I've always been interested in traveling, and throughout my time here at Daemen, I've had opportunities to study in Costa Rica for the summer. Going there and being able to actually live in the rainforest and travel is awesome.
Because of Daemen's college accounting program, I actually got a job offer at one of the Big 4 firms.
The Daemen faculty has great communication with the students. You talk to them, they listen to you. If you have any questions, they have office hours.
As soon as I stepped on Daemen's campus, it was like automatically everyone was like, you're gonna be great for the program. Like, the family atmosphere is what I love about Daemen. They are there to help you, but you also realize like they push you to be the best you can be at all times.
The #1 school that I had always heard about was Daemen for PT and PA and anything in the medical field. So when I had actually came here and stepped on campus, I looked around and I was like, it feels like home, like this is where I should be.
You'll have really good relationships with faculty, with staff, with your students. I would choose Daemen because I'm happy to be here and I am learning more than I ever imagined I could. Here at Daemen, I have really grown more confident and more capable as a person.
You can tell that they care about students, they care about individuals, and it's inspiring to be with such wonderful people.
At Daemen, I've made amazing friends, awesome family, great mentors, and a wonderful learning experience that I wouldn't trade for anything.
Daemen is a small community. It's easy to make friends. It's easy to get that one-on-one conversation with your teachers. They definitely help you out with jobs. A whole lot of opportunities are out there, and Daemen definitely helped me with my career.
I've had many opportunities to grow as a person. I've learned a lot about myself, and I've met a lot of great people, made a lot of great friends, and I'm really thankful that I chose Daemen as my school.
Daemen's a small campus, but all the teachers and administrators really care about their students. They take a lot of time to make sure that your experience at Daemen is awesome.
Daemen takes any student and we give them the grounded education. It's not an accident that in universities large and small, people are taking courses in the liberal arts, in the humanities, in the natural sciences, and the social sciences. We add to that so that when you are a graduate, you're prepared not just for your first career, but for your lifelong career. We are educating you for the rest of your life, not just for your first job.
If you're really passionate about your career and you're really looking for the future, Daemen is the place to be. And if you really want people who genuinely care about you, Daemen is the college to go to.
Daemen's
Hi, I'm Taylor Cheney.
I'm Jamie Boyer.
I'm Django again.
We're going to talk about athletics on Daemen College. We are Division II. We have 18 Division II teams. Jamie, you are on the women's soccer team. Can you tell us a little bit about your experience, like where you're from, what your major is, and then how you interact with the soccer team?
So I'm from right here in Buffalo, New York. I'm a junior. My major is marketing. And being on the team is really helpful, actually, because you come in earlier, you stay here longer, and you get more familiar with the campus and all the things that we offer. So it's like an advantage that we have.
Could you tell us a little bit about your res life experience and how that affects your sports and everything like that?
Well, I live at home, so
so being a commuter must make athletics difficult, right?
Yeah, it makes it a little more difficult because going there and back and forth between classes and lifts and everything and practices, it can be a little complicated. But once you get into a routine and you figure it out, and you have so many people helping you that you don't even notice sometimes.
So you find that your schedule is still pretty balanced and spread out, that you can juggle everything and still have time to have other things to do?
Yeah, for sure. It's quite the adjustment though. The first few weeks are always a little intimidating, you could say, but once you figure it out and you talk to the upperclassmen, and you really get used to it, and it just becomes your normal.
And how would you say traveling for soccer affects your studies, your routine in general?
Traveling can be really difficult sometimes because there's weeks where you're away twice a week, so you're missing 4 days of classes, and that can really add up. But Daemen has a lot of good support systems, so you can go into the library, you can find coaches, and you have Carol Bartlow and you have Haley in athletics, and they want to make sure that you're doing as well as you possibly can be, and they'll help you find a coach if you need. And also your team coach are really supportive. They just want to see you succeed. So.
Awesome. So if you miss class on a Friday, taking a bus trip somewhere, Monday you can catch back up.
Yeah, you can usually catch up by Saturday, Sunday, honestly.
Cool. Oh, even quicker then.
Yeah, the professors are really helpful, and
yeah, definitely.
They just want you to do well.
So obviously I mentioned we are D2. How do you feel about playing at the D2 level? Do you still feel like it's competitive enough for you?
For sure. In high school, there's always like the push to go D1, like D1 this, D1 that, but I really think you have to decide what's best for you. And even at the D2 level, the competition is still so high. Like in the ECC, we have teams that are nationally ranked, like the 7th team in the nation, the 11th team in the nation. We still play against them, so the competition's there. It's really just what you make out of it at a certain point. So.
Right. What would you feel like the biggest transition or change that you had between high school and college, whether it's just high school sports and college sports, or juggling, studying with, competing? How do you?
It's definitely the juggling aspect of it, because you are still in college and like you're here to get an education kind of thing. So yes, you're playing a sport and that's really important, and you want to succeed on the field, and off the field you want to succeed as well in the classroom. So like I mentioned before, like the first few weeks are really intense and like kind of difficult, but you can still figure it out. You have so many resources, so many people all over the school that really just want to help you out. So if you take advantage of those, like you'll figure out how to juggle it, and you'll be fine.
Cool. And what was your recruiting experience like?
It actually happened all really quick. Daemen does things really efficiently, which was cool. So I was at a tournament. The soccer coach saw me. Next thing I know, I'm on the phone with him, and I'm verbally committed.
Awesome.
So that was fun.
Yeah. I'm going to shift to Django. Django, you are on some intramural teams.
Yep.
Can you talk a little bit about what Daemen has to offer, not at the varsity level?
Yeah, so Daemen has both club sports as well as intramural sports. I'm currently on an intramural dodgeball team, and we made it all the way up to semifinals, but lost in the last round, so it's disappointing. Coming back strong this year, though. Everyone's training hard. So I can't give you the exact number because I don't know it of our clubs, but everything's online as far as clubs and intramurals that we offer goes. But I know some of the options for intramurals. We definitely have, like I said, dodgeball. I'm fairly certain we have the other main large ones as well, so volleyball, basketball, the big ones like I mentioned, and then those are all really just mainly to have fun, stay active, less competitive than I'd say is competing at a D2 level, because especially for the intramurals, you're playing against your friends a lot of the time, so there's obviously competition there, but there's less stress involved. As far as commitment, you mainly just go and play for an hour or so once a week, and I don't know, it was a lot of fun for me. looking forward to this year.
Yeah, good. And would you say that you still have time in your schedule, because obviously you're a PT major, that's a very rigorous, program. There's probably very little room to, to add things into your schedule. So how do you find the time to, still balance that with having a social life, joining intramural teams, and so on?
Right. Well, I think academics always comes first, but it's really important for just mental health to treat yourself right and do things that you enjoy to do beyond just the library or the classroom. So my best way to do that is just kind of set some time away every day, whether it's going to the gym or hanging out with friends, or like I said, the intramurals. But I don't know, you just kind of schedule it the way that works best for you. So I can't study early in the morning or late at night, so that's when I tend to do a lot of my me time stuff. But yeah, you'll find out what works for you, but it's really important to take those breaks.
Cool. Now, do you take advantage of the academic and wellness center that we have on campus?
Oh yeah, and so a lot of my classes are there, which is really nice for PT. And so I will just go and work out for an hour, hour and a half after class, which is amazing. Or during class, if we have time, I'll go and play basketball in the gym there, which is awesome. But yeah, definitely take advantage of that all the time because I'm over there constantly.
Yeah. And when the weather gets a little warm, do you like to take advantage of that outdoor volleyball court we have too?
Oh yeah, like I mentioned, competitiveness is big, especially amongst friends. So when you have a large class like I do, we basically just make teams and we go out there when we have time in between classes on Fridays. We're doing this at the beginning of the semester, and we'll just have little volleyball games that get very intense.
Good. Yeah. And actually, pivoting back to the AWC, how do you feel about the actual weight room, the gym in the AWC? Do you feel like it has enough, machinery and equipment and everything like that?
Yeah, I'd say so. The weights definitely go high enough, and I tend to curl around 110 pounds, and that's what we max out at. So that's really convenient.
That's impressive.
But yeah, we have plenty of stations and plenty of space. It can be a bit crowded if other teams get in there, if there are sports teams. But normally, if you just schedule your workouts around when the teams are going, it's not really hard to find the weights you're looking for.
Awesome. And do you take advantage of the game club or our newly added esports team?
The esports team, no. Unfortunately, I'm not a PC gamer.
Yeah.
But the game club, yes. Whenever I say I have free time, I'll go in there with friends and just hang out. So it's really nice.
Awesome.
Cool play to relax.
Yeah, cool, yeah. Yeah, it is open all the hours of the day, too. So.
Yeah, indeed.
And now, how do you, what kind of advice would you give to prospective students about getting involved on campus? If they are looking for club and intramural sports, what would you say steps 1, 2, 3 are, however many steps that you have to take to join the intramural team or, whatever it may be?
Well, speaking personally about the intramural team, I got the email about club dodgeball, or intramural dodgeball, sorry, and I didn't have a team at the time, so it was very nice, but they have an option on there because they go through the intramural website, which is pretty common for a lot of colleges to use. But they have an option for you to just join a team, so it'll randomly place you with a team if you don't have however many friends it takes, and to set one up yourself. That sounds bad. I have friends, I promise. But you can just go in there and they'll set you up with a team, which is really sweet. And then teams can elect to be a team that someone who doesn't have their own group of friends, they can just join along. So,
you can sort of add things.
Yeah, and so you don't need to worry about finding 6 people to start your own team. They can just put you on a team, which is really a really convenient
Awesome.
feature for that.
Awesome. Well, thanks to the both of you. It was a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Good evening. My name is Kayla Powell. I'm an undergraduate admissions counselor, and I'm here to facilitate the student leader panel. First, I'm going to ask where you're from, what major you are studying, and what year you are in college.
Okay, so my name is Frances. I am a social work major, and I am a senior here at Daemen.
I'm Matthew. I'm a PA major. It's my second year, and I'm from Canandaigua, New York, which is close to Rochester.
Awesome. So, can you tell me why did you select Daemen College?
So, I'm from Brooklyn, New York, and I didn't know much about Daemen.
Okay.
I know Daemen does go down to New York City sometimes to recruit and go to the schools out there. However, I was looking for a 4-for-1 program for social work, meaning if I did 4 years undergrad, I would have 1 year for a master's. I did some research online. Daemen was the first school to pop up. I really liked the way it looked from the pictures. I did some searching on the dorms. I actually did not set foot on this campus at all until orientation.
Wow.
So I accepted this was my first choice school, and I accepted the admissions, and my first time seeing Daemen was during orientation, and I loved it.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for me, I wanted to go to school like far enough away from home that I wasn't home all the time, but close enough that I could go if I wanted to. And I also looked for a really good PA program, and this program has the reputation, and so I ultimately decided Daemen it was.
Awesome. So, can you tell me what the biggest change or adjustment was in your transition to Daemen?
I think for me, coming from New York City was dorming with people that you don't know. So the adjustment was very easy for me. I was very sociable with people and my roommate, but it was a shock because I come from a big city, coming to this city, but it's kind of like a town.
It's not New York City,
right?
Right?
It's not New York City. So coming from there, where you could walk anywhere and find anything, I had to really learn Buffalo, and so that was my biggest adjustment.
I think for me it was learning how to manage my own schedule. Like at home, you have people tell you what to do, but here it's just you have to do everything on your own. And like Frances said, you're living with other people, so you got to adjust to your schedule and other people's schedule too.
Okay, all right. So you both are very active and very busy on campus. So can you tell me what activities or what organizations you're involved in, and then tell me how you juggle schoolwork, if you have a job, and having a social life?
I am the executive board chair for the campus activities team here at Daemen. I am the president of the Black Student Union here at Daemen, and I am also a diversity ambassador. I have 3 jobs, and I go to school full time. It is very difficult to juggle jobs on campus and off campus, as well as your organizations you're a part of. So what I did was I made sure to get a work study job where I could also do my hours for my campus activities team, so they overlap, so I do the work from both my jobs at the same time.
Okay.
And I also I'm a manager at Chipotle, so I also work there, and so I work the long weekend there. And so when I'm on campus is when I fit in my time to do all my work, and when I go home, I'm going home to rest.
Awesome.
I'm a resident assistant on campus, and the way I handle time is I just make sure to plan everything out, when I want to do things, when I want to study. I know when I have to do things for my RA job, and that's how I just kind of handle all my time.
Okay. So can you tell me what your favorite place is on campus?
My favorite place is the library. It's not your typical library where you just go to study. The first floor is mostly there's people there, but a lot of people are socializing. They're taking their breaks. They're getting coffee. The second floor is more quiet, and the third floor is also the quietest floor. So I love the library. I love to go to do my work, but I also like the fact that I can get up, and I know there's a friend right across who might be taking a break, and we can chat up a little bit and then go back to work. So I love that.
I think my favorite place is probably the Wildcat Den. The food there is really amazing compared to Wick. Not that Wick's bad, but the den is nice. And it's got TVs everywhere, so you can watch games, you can watch TV, whatever you want. And it's just a nice place to hang out.
Okay. So, what would you advise, or what advice you would give to any prospective student that is coming to Daemen?
Your experience is only as good as your involvement on campus. So if you want to have a great time at Daemen, if you want to learn about different cultures and backgrounds and what Daemen has to offer, you really have to take that step your freshman year. If you don't take it your freshman year, you're not going to take it the rest of the years you're here. So that's my main advice. Get involved.
I agree. Get involved. Do whatever you can to meet new people and just find new things that you can enjoy. It starts freshman year, like Francis said. You just gotta talk to anybody you can. Join clubs. Do whatever.
Awesome. Well, that'll conclude our student panel. Thank you so much for joining us.